How did a land, where rivers hum softly through the earth and oceans are but distant memories, come to hold the spiritual heart of the world? This is the story of Israel and Palestine. Two peoples, two lands, bound by faith, scarred by history, yet alive with hope. A place where the past breathes in every stone, where prayers echo across generations, and where hope refuses to die, even in the face of endless conflict. Our journey begins in Jerusalem, a city more than just a place on a map. Set at the crossroads of continents, Europe, Asia, and Africa, it is a land where history, faith, and humanity have intertwined for millennia. Jerusalem's unique geography, nestled between the Judean hills and the Jordan Rift Valley, has shaped its role as a spiritual and political center. From the fertile hills surrounding the city to the vast deserts that stretch beyond, Jerusalem stands as a living testament to the civilizations that have risen and fallen here, shaping not only this land, but the course of human history. For Christians, this is where Jesus Christ spent his final moments on earth. From the Garden of Gethsemane to the Via Dolorosa, the path of sorrows, leading to his crucifixion at Golgotha. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre stands as a monument to the resurrection, where Christians gather to reflect on the greatest act of faith in history, the triumph of life over death. And for Muslims, Jerusalem is the third holiest site in Islam, home to the Dome of the Rock, where the Prophet Muhammad ascended to the heavens in the miraculous journey of Isra and Miraj. Rising above Jerusalem, the Dome of the Rock stands as a beacon of faith, gleaming gold in the sunlight. This sacred shrine marks the spot where heaven and earth meet, and for centuries, it has been a symbol of devotion for millions of people. The Dome of the Rock's construction in 691 CE, with its Byzantine-inspired architecture and intricate mosaics, symbolizes a harmonious blend of religious significance and artistic mastery. For Muslims, the Dome of the Rock is not only a masterpiece of architecture, but also the site of one of the most miraculous events in Islam, the Prophet Muhammad's ascent to the heavens. The foundation stone beneath the dome is believed to be the site where the world was created. It also holds profound significance for Jews as the location of the first and second temples of Israel. Every intricate detail in the Dome of the Rock's architecture tells a story of faith, power, and legacy. From its Byzantine-inspired mosaics to the Arabic calligraphy adorning its walls. The Dome of the Rock has witnessed centuries of history, from the rise and fall of empires to the peaceful worship of believers from all corners of the world. For over 1,000 years, the Dome of the Rock has stood as a silent witness to the devotion of countless believers. It remains a living symbol of faith, transcending time and borders. Deep within the Christian quarter of Jerusalem lies the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, the most sacred site in Christianity. Built in the 4th century by Emperor Constantine, it marks the place where Jesus Christ was crucified, buried, and rose again. Through centuries of conquest, fire, and restoration, this church has stood as a symbol of faith and endurance. Beneath its domes lie layers of history, Byzantine mosaics, Crusader arches, and the worn stones touched by countless pilgrims. Each stone tells a story, not just of divinity, but of human devotion. Pilgrims from every corner of the world bow before the stone of anointing, where the body of Christ was prepared for burial. Under the great rotunda stands the Aedicule, a small shrine built over the tomb of Christ. Its limestone walls have been restored many times, most recently in 2017, revealing centuries of soot and faith beneath. The church itself is a labyrinth, narrow corridors leading to chapels built by Armenians, Copts, Greeks, and Latins, all guardians of this sacred space. Despite their divisions, the shared reverence binds them together. Here, heaven and earth meet in silence. The air itself feels ancient, heavy with incense, whispering prayers, and centuries of faith. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre remains not only a monument to Christianity, but a living soul of belief. Rising east of Jerusalem's Old City at a height of about 818 meters, the Mount of Olives offers a panoramic view over the ancient walls, golden domes, and valleys below. For three faiths, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, this mountain is a bridge between earth and eternity. The mount has been a sacred burial ground for over 3,000 years. More than 15,000 graves line its slopes, all facing the Temple Mount, awaiting the day of resurrection foretold in Jewish prophecy. In the shadows of ancient olive trees lies the Garden of Gethsemane, where Jesus prayed on the night of his betrayal. The oldest trees here are believed to be over 900 years old, their roots entwined with centuries of prayer. From this mountain, the Bible tells that Jesus ascended into heaven. The Chapel of the Ascension marks that sacred moment, its stone floor bearing the imprint of his footsteps, a trace of divinity left on earth. For Muslims, the mountain is part of the blessed journey of the Prophet, believed to be the site of the final judgment, when the souls of the righteous will rise. Bethlehem, the birthplace of King David and Jesus Christ, is where the greatest story ever told began. It is a city that holds not only religious significance but also deep cultural and historical value. Every year, millions of pilgrims travel to this small town to commemorate the first Christmas night, a moment that forever changed the course of human history. Bethlehem, a city that holds deep religious and political significance, continues to be a center of devotion for people around the world. Yet Bethlehem is not just a symbol of light, it also bears the scars of modern conflict. Divided by a towering concrete separation wall, it stands as a reminder of the struggle between hope and division. Despite this, Bethlehem remains a beacon of light, a place where the light of Christmas still shines in the hearts of the faithful. The Judean desert stands as a reminder of the power of reflection and solitude. Here, the land has shaped the souls of those who have sought refuge within it. Stretching from the hills of Jerusalem down to the Dead Sea, the Judean desert is a vast expanse of limestone cliffs and silent valleys. Its landscape is both harsh and divine, carved by time, wind, and faith. Rain rarely touches this land, less than 100 millimeters a year, yet life endures. Acacia trees cling to dry riverbeds, and ibexes move like shadows across the golden stone. It is here, in this emptiness, that hermits and monks sought solitude. The desert became their monastery, a place where silence spoke louder than words. The Mar Saba Monastery, founded in the 5th century by Saint Sabas, is one of the oldest continuously inhabited monasteries in the world. Built from the very stone of the desert, it clings to the cliffs like a vision suspended in time. The monks here live by ancient rules. No visitors after sunset, no electricity, only prayer and the rhythm of silence. The same rhythm that has echoed for 15 centuries. As the sun sinks behind the cliffs, the desert glows red and gold, a cathedral of silence shaped by eternity. Here, the spirit finds what the world cannot give: peace. At the edge of the Jordan Valley, where the desert meets the fertile plains, lies Jericho, the oldest continuously inhabited city on Earth. Archaeologists trace its origins back more than 10,000 years, to the dawn of human civilization. The city rests 258 meters below sea level, making it the lowest inhabited place on Earth. Here, freshwater springs like Ain es-Sultan have nourished life for millennia, earning Jericho the name City of Palms. Excavations at Tel es-Sultan reveal ancient walls and towers dating back to 8000 BCE, among the first fortifications ever built by humankind. These stones whisper the story of survival, ingenuity, and faith in the harsh desert. The Bible speaks of Jericho as the first city conquered by the Israelites after crossing the Jordan River. At the sound of trumpets, its mighty walls fell, not through power, but through faith. Today, Jericho is a living city. Farmers cultivating bananas and dates, children walking to school beneath the same sun that once watched ancient kings. The spirit of endurance still breathes in its narrow streets. As the desert wind carries whispers of ancient times, Jericho remains a testament to humanity's will to endure. It stands between ruin and rebirth, where every dawn feels like the first light of the world. Between Israel and Jordan lies a body of water like no other, the Dead Sea. Resting 430 meters below sea level, it is the lowest point on Earth, where land and sky seem to merge in silence. Despite its name, the Dead Sea is not lifeless. Its waters contain 10 times more salt than the ocean, creating a world where no fish can swim. Yet life persists in the form of rare microbes and minerals that heal the living. For centuries, the Dead Sea has been a sanctuary for healing. The mud here, rich in magnesium and potassium, has drawn travelers since the time of Herod the Great. Even Cleopatra is said to have used its minerals for beauty and renewal. Along its western shore, the caves of Qumran guard one of humanity's greatest discoveries, the Dead Sea Scrolls. Found in the 1940s, these ancient manuscripts unveiled lost texts of the Hebrew Bible and reshaped our understanding of faith. Yet beneath the beauty lies fragility. The Dead Sea shrinks by more than 1 meter each year as rivers are diverted and minerals extracted, a slow vanishing that echoes humanity's delicate balance with nature. South of Jerusalem, the land unfolds into the Negev, a vast desert covering more than half of Israel's territory, a place of silence and stone where prophets once walked and the voice of the divine was carried by the wind. The Negev stretches over 13,000 square kilometers, from the Judean hills to the Gulf of Aqaba. Despite its aridity, Ancient civilizations thrived here, leaving behind fortresses, cisterns, and spice routes carved through the rock. For centuries, Bedouin tribes have roamed these valleys, guiding camels through the heat by the stars above. Their black tents still dot the horizon, symbols of endurance and freedom. In the heart of the Negev lies Mitzpe Ramon, Israel's Grand Canyon. The crater, 40 kilometers long, plunges deep into the earth, carved by wind and water over millions of years. Among the stones, archaeologists have uncovered Nabatean cities, Avdat, Shivta, and Mamshit, once vibrant outposts of the ancient spice route. Their carved pillars and crumbling walls still whisper the language of traders and pilgrims. When night falls, the Negev transforms into a sea of stars, one of the clearest skies on Earth. Here, under the endless cosmos, the desert feels eternal, a reminder that even in emptiness, creation continues to speak. The Garden Tomb is one of the most sacred sites for Christians, believed to be the place where Jesus Christ was buried and resurrected. The Garden Tomb offers a quiet, peaceful environment, allowing visitors to meditate on the sacrifice of Christ and the hope of eternal life. As pilgrims gather to remember the resurrection, the Garden Tomb serves as a reminder of the hope and victory of life over death. The Garden Tomb stands as a symbol of renewal and eternal life, a place where faith is renewed and where believers feel the presence of Christ. In the Garden Tomb, the message of resurrection transcends time and remains a source of inspiration and faith for millions of Christians worldwide. At the heart of Jerusalem's Old City stands the Western Wall, the last remnant of the Second Temple, destroyed by the Romans in 70 CE. For the Jewish people, it is not just a wall of stone, but a wall of memory. Each massive limestone block, some weighing over 500 tons, was laid here more than 2,000 years ago. Through empires and exile, it has endured, a silent witness to the unbroken covenant between a people and their God. For centuries, exiled Jews turned their faces toward this wall to pray, believing that the divine presence, the Shekinah, has never departed from here. Even when far from home, they carried Jerusalem within their hearts. Men and women come from every corner of the world. Rabbis in black coats, soldiers in uniform, children placing their first prayers. The air hums with whispered hopes, and the stones absorb them all. Beneath the plaza, tunnels run deep along the ancient foundations, layers of history hidden from the sun. Here, archaeologists uncover stones untouched since the days of Herod the Great. As dusk falls, the wall glows golden beneath the lamps. Thousands gather, some in song, some in silence, yet all united by the same prayer. The Western Wall endures, not as a relic of the past, but as the heartbeat of faith. Rising from the heart of the Sinai Peninsula, Mount Sinai, or Jebel Musa, stands at 2,285 meters above the desert. It is here, according to the Bible, that Moses received the 10 Commandments from God. The climb to the summit begins in darkness. 3,650 stone steps carved by monks centuries ago. Pilgrims ascend by lantern light, retracing the footsteps of Moses as the stars guide their silent prayer. As dawn breaks, the mountain ignites with gold. Clouds drift below the summit, and the wind carries a sound that feels older than time. Here, heaven and earth meet in a moment of revelation. At the summit stands a small stone chapel built by Greek Orthodox monks in the 6th century, the Chapel of the Holy Trinity. Inside, incense drifts through ancient air, and the silence feels sacred. The granite of Sinai glows red beneath the sun, scarred by wind and time. Every crack, every grain of sand bears the memory of faith, the weight of the covenant carved in stone. As the sun sets over the desert, the mountain fades into shadow. Pilgrims descend in silence, carrying not tablets of stone, but lessons carved into their hearts. Sinai remains, eternal, immovable, and holy. South of the Temple Mount lies the oldest part of Jerusalem, the city of David. Archaeologists believe this is where King David first established his capital around 1000 BCE, marking the birth of a city that would shape human history. Beneath its modern streets, tunnels and water shafts reveal a city carved into stone. The Gihon Spring, Jerusalem's original lifeline, still flows as it did 3 millennia ago, its waters echoing through Hezekiah's tunnel. The stones of these ruins have witnessed empires rise and fall: Babylon, Persia, Greece, Rome. Each layer of earth holds a memory, each artifact a fragment of faith. At the heart of the site lies the remains of monumental walls built by ancient kings. These fortifications, once defending Jerusalem, now stand as a silent dialogue between power and faith. Today, the city of David is both an archaeological site and a living neighborhood. Children play above ruins thousands of years old, and prayers rise from the same ground where kings once knelt. As the sun sets over the valley, the stones of David's city glow once more. Here, past and present coexist, and the heartbeat of Jerusalem continues, eternal as the promise that began here 3,000 years ago. After exploring the spiritual heart of Jerusalem, we now turn our attention to the Temple Mount, the holiest site in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, where the first and second temples once stood, and where Prophet Muhammad ascended to heaven. The Temple Mount holds profound significance for all three faiths. For Jews, it is the site of their ancient first and second temples. For Muslims, it's the place where Prophet Muhammad ascended to the heavens. Over the centuries, Temple Mount has witnessed destruction, conquest, and rebuilding, yet it remains a symbol of faith, resilience, and hope. A place where three religions converge, yet maintain their distinct paths to the divine. Temple Mount continues to draw millions of pilgrims who come to seek spiritual enlightenment and connect with the divine. Today, Temple Mount continues to inspire millions, transcending time and faith, uniting the hearts of believers from different backgrounds. High above the Judean desert, 450 meters above the Dead Sea, rises Masada, an ancient fortress built by King Herod the Great more than 2,000 years ago. From here, the desert stretches endlessly toward the horizon. Built from desert limestone and sandstone, Herod's fortress included palaces, storerooms, and massive water cisterns cut into the rock, an engineering marvel in one of Earth's harshest landscapes. In 73 CE, Masada became the final refuge of nearly 1,000 Jewish rebels, men, women, and children, who fled Jerusalem after its fall to Rome. Surrounded and outnumbered, they faced an impossible choice: When defeat became certain, their leader Eleazar ben Yair urged them to choose death over slavery. That night, the defenders of Masada made a vow to die free rather than live in chains. At dawn, the Romans breached the wall, but found only silence. 960 rebels had taken their own lives. Masada fell, yet became an eternal symbol of courage and resistance. Today, Masada is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Each year, Israeli soldiers take their oath here, vowing, "Masada shall not fall again." In the silence of the desert, those words echo still. Leaving behind the rugged desert landscapes of Masada, we now journey to Bethany, the town where Jesus Christ performed the miracle of raising Lazarus from the dead. It is here that the power of life over death still resonates. Lazarus's resurrection symbolizes the power of life over death and remains a beacon of divine power. Bethany continues to inspire millions of people with its message of faith and renewal. Bethany has long been a place of spiritual awakening, where the impossible becomes possible, and the miracle of resurrection continues to shine. As we leave Bethany, we carry the message that faith and hope can transcend death, bringing forth the possibility of new life, no matter the challenges we face. Bethany lives on, not just as a place in history, but as a symbol of divine hope, where the spirit of resurrection continues to inspire new generations. Flowing 251 kilometers from the Sea of Galilee to the Dead Sea, the Jordan River cuts through the heart of this sacred land, a line between wilderness and promise, between earth and heaven. Along its banks, prophets walked, kings crossed, and miracles unfolded. For the Israelites, it was the final barrier before entering the Promised Land, a passage from wandering to homecoming. It was here that John the Baptist baptized Jesus, a moment that marked the beginning of salvation's story. The waters of Jordan became the symbol of renewal, purity, and rebirth. Even today, thousands come to its banks, pilgrims dressed in white, stepping into the same waters, seeking forgiveness and the touch of eternity. The river continues to flow, ancient yet alive, silent yet eternal. In its waters, faith renews itself, as it has for thousands of years. Our journey through Israel and Palestine has been more than a passage through land. It has been a pilgrimage through faith, memory, and time. We have seen mountains where prophets spoke to God, deserts where silence shaped the soul, and rivers where faith was reborn. The stones, the wind, the water, each carried a voice, whispering the same truth, that faith endures and hope never dies. As the final light fades, the sacred land falls silent again. Yet within that silence, the soul hears the echo of eternity, the promise that began here and never ends. This is not an ending, but a beginning, the eternal journey of the human spirit toward light.